What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to the Valspar 2023 DFS DraftKings preview breakdown. All the goodies. We're the Tour Junkies. DB here, Pat Perry over here.
What's happening, DB?
We're back in our regular spots. We're doing it regular.
This
now.
feels normal to me. I like being normal
You
for
didn't like me
once.
at your house on the couch, dude.
No, I did. It just kind of it messed things up, and then I had to go rearrange it back today, last minute.
Boy, I got really lit for the sleepers video last week. I don't know if you've watched it. Have you watched it?
No, I didn't. It didn't come out till like we were on the golf course. We were walking around the players.
Yeah, it came out too late, but let me just, some have said, now both the sleepers missed the cut. I mean, who cares? But some have said that it was possibly some of the greatest TJ content ever to ever hit the YouTubes. It was pretty electric. You have to cue that up. Anyway, we were at TPC Sawgrass most of the week. Shout out to you folks, you fine folks, for listening, for downloading, for opening emails, all that good stuff. It was a great week. We had a great week. We're going to talk about it a little bit here in a second. We've got a voicemail from a listener who was on site at Sawgrass and witnessed a lovely Siwoo Kim, actually two lovely Siwoo Kim situations, including a caddy altercation. Can't wait to get to that. That's coming up in just a second. Shout out to Nut Hut member and Golby's Cup winner for the Saturday Showdown. Benign, whatever. He's in the Nut Hut. Took down the Mayo Listener League, won $5,000, had a little Tour Junkies icon up there representing. Shout out to him. Shout out to Team Pat member Dylan Garassi down there in Tampa. He's actually down. He's close to where we are for Copperhead here this week.
Yeah.
Valspar. He won $25K. He was freaking an Aaron Rye catastrophe away from winning $50K. Heartbreaker there, but shout out to him. Our boy Joe Idoni continues to crush it in the Nut Hut. He's 33-17 for head-to-head matchups. He had another profitable week with the head-to-heads. And our boy Samson, 24, the Showdown Kingpin, is back this week. Had some stuff going on. No worries. He's back. We're all excited about it. Happy to have him back. He's back in the Nut Hut dishing out some showdown love. And that was his boy that won the Mayo. They were on a team together for the Saturday Showdown at Golby's Cup. So good job to them. We had a good time. We're going to talk a little bit about it, but we won't bore you with it. We're going to get into our picks here in just a second. 6K draft, which, by the way, continue to crush, people. Continue to crush. We're going to do that later tonight. Pat, what are we drinking, buddy? You got what you got?
I got a little Guinness, DB. You know, this is St. Patty's week, St. Patrick's week. So it's a week named after me. And in case you didn't know. And it's a big deal down here in Savannah. And so, of course, this is our spring break week. So we got all the kids are out. Everybody's discombobulated doing different things. And but anyway, so you wear green. It's one thing you do. So I'm wearing a little green. Oh, yeah. And then I'm drinking a Guinness. So celebrating early.
I like it. All right. Getting in the spirit of St. Patty's. I am drinking a little I'm mixing it up tonight. I'm going with the real ranch water. I got some tequila and some Topo Chico in here.
Oh, there you go. I like that. Okay.
Excited about
that.
So
you don't want to just put a little glob of ranch and start drinking it?
Nah.
Okay.
I see Dylan in the chat, 25K richer. Shout out. Good job. Way to go. All right. So I got to tee up this voicemail. This is freaking funny. Okay. It's 2 minutes. Whatever. But it's 2 minutes. And it's got a caddy altercation and a Siwoo moment that's fantastic from a few listeners of the Tour Junkies podcast, and definitely patrons of the Tour Junkies shop, because I think every day, I think it was 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they went to TPC Sawgrass to do one thing: to wear their Siwoo t-shirts from the Tour Junkies shop and to follow Siwoo for every hole of his round. And damn it, that is what we're talking about. You know, like, that's the kind of spirit we want to see. Yes. And what did they get rewarded with for such, fealty to our sweet Korean prince? Well, they got rewarded with electricity, and he's going to tell you about it. I cut it down. God bless him. He sent me like 5 minutes worth of voicemails.
I was wondering why we were getting so many DMs and emails. They were all coming through. So at least you put it all together, and I get to hear it without having all the jumbled mess.
Yeah, I edited it. I did a couple things, but anyway, this is a couple of good stories here. That if we just picture in our minds, we're probably pretty good. So let's play the voicemail. Let's see what he's got to say.
What's going on, fellas? Siwu super fans here. Super big fans of you guys. Love what you guys are doing. Love the shirts. Love the gear. We fresh off the 2023 solid showing with players. We're repping the shirt all weekend. Gained some notoriety with the Korean media.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday got a little out of hand. Friday got a little out of hand with Webb Simpson. He was paired up with Siwu on prior to the cut. Friday got a little out of hand due to some chirps that were said right around hole 10 or 11 concerning a potential Walmart being built between Siwu's ball and Webb's drive. He wasn't happy about that one.
Say no lies.
And then the caddy actually got into it with one of the Siwu boys, Webb's caddy.
Our buddy Paul Tesori.
After the Webb Simpson incident, almost got tossed for that one. We're following him around.
It's hard to get tossed from that tournament.
The thing you can get to a celebrity at the Players in Jacksonville is walking through the Coliseum on 17, rocking the Siwu Ric Flair shirt. The people are loving it, gassing it up.
Yeah.
We might actually be the second most popular guys out there on the course behind Siwu, obviously. Again, great day Sunday.
Here we go.
Some to be desired. He launched his wedge, I think it was the 56, about 100 yards across the fairway into a pond on 2 after a bogey on 1.
Or a lagoon.
Bogey on 2. The shirts are just an absolute hit out there. We ran into some other dude with the Sweet Korean Prince Siwu shirt. We'll be wearing the Siwu shirt at the Masters here coming up. And, just big fan of the gear. And looking forward to repping and moving forward. Appreciate it, fellas.
Oh, boy. Lot to unpack there. Let's start from, excited these boys are coming to the Masters. Listen, Riley, your boys, if y'all are coming to Augusta, you got to let us know. Slide in those DMs. You're already up in there. Let us know. Let's hang out. Let's get together. Let's do something. But because that's awesome. And we did see the South Korean PGA Tour media tweet or Instagram story with the shirts on. It was beautiful. You boys look beautiful. And but I would love to know who's out there making a sweet South Korean Prince T-shirt without bringing it to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Who's doing that? Siwu apparently helicoptered another wedge in the body of water, which we learned happens a fair amount. We heard another Siwu story, a couple Siwu stories over the week that were just beautiful, and of course these boys chirping at Webb Simpson for being a short knocker, which I, for one, really appreciate. I mean, I love Webb, great guy. I love Paul Tesori, friend of the podcast, good dude. Would never necessarily endorse anyone chirping at an event. I just would. But, I do know that boys will be boys. Drinks are flowing. The Sawgrass is not. I mean, Pat, listen, Pat was so triggered at Sawgrass because of the volume of golf carts riding around the property. He's so used to Augusta National.
No, I mean I don't think you're comparing to. I mean,
a squirrel or a bird or a golf.
It's a danger to the people around that are trying to drink and have a good time. All these golf carts
worked up the whole damn week, but it's just a different event, so the vibe's different. Guys are drinking, boys will be boys.
That has nothing to do with golf carts.
Chirping a little bit. It is what it is. I mean, we don't endorse it, but good for you boys for having a good time to represent.
Yeah. They're having a good time too when he's in the first part of what he's talking about. He forgets what day it is that he was talking about. So that's always good. But yeah, man, Siwu.
Yeah. He's beautiful, man. We learned some good stories. We'll share some of those in the hut maybe this week.
What about our picture? We got our picture taken with Siwu.
Oh yeah, we got our picture taken. Oh, I didn't even put that up. Maybe I'll work on that. I'll get that going while you're talking or something. I'll throw it in here. What else, man? Anything else we want to hit on from the week? We might be on. I mean, there's like how small is the chance, Pat? How small you think the chance is we get on? We make the final edit of Full Swing Season 2. You want to tell them? You want to tell them what happened?
I'll give it like 5%. So we go and we have a little dinner on Wednesday night, and then we go have some beers with Fleener and Gino and what's Willie Z's caddy?
Joel Stock.
Joel Stock. Great time. Just sat there. They had the whole Netflix crew in there. And when we showed up, it kind of livened up the room a little bit. I felt like, like it seemed like things might have been a little bit just stale. So we got in there and started mixing it up with them. And so maybe the entertainment was good enough that it, because we got the stories flowing.
Oh yeah.
Which I think was good. Now that doesn't mean you or I are going to be actually in it, but we did get them talking, giving some good stories and things like that. So it's pretty cool.
That was cool.
They are like right on top of you too when they're filming that stuff. They just get in on you.
Well, we were on the couch like for a minute. I was like across from Gino. You were on my right, but I was on the end of the couch, and there was a camera guy standing on the corner. And when we first moved over there, he had it on Gino, so like I could see him in my peripheries over here. Right over here above my shoulder to my left. But then when I responded, I just saw him go like that. And I could like see the lens like right here, and I could feel it on me. But it was a good time. We had a great time. Well, maybe an hour and a half they filmed, something like that. But then they told us, that for Full Swing, the first season, which was like 7 or 8 hours, they filmed 700 hours of footage. So what you end up seeing is literally 10% of what they actually shot. So the chances of us being in there,
how about this though? Do you remember this?
No.
You remember when they were talking about when they researched for the first series that they actually knew
about?
Oh
yeah, I forgot
because they listened to the show that we did with Joel and his mom and that whole kind of thing. So, but we didn't get any credit. But yeah, they did some research and we were in the research. We were part of the process.
Here's the boys. This is a bad screenshot, but it's the best I could do at the moment. There's the boys out there, Riley and his gang, the Siwoo t-shirts. Us and Siwoo, look at us. Gosh dang, he was lovely. He said he's still going to come on the show. We just got to figure it out. We got to do it in person, all this kind of stuff. We'll figure it out. But, it was beautiful. It was a great week. We'll talk more about it in the Nut Hut, whatever. It was a solid week. Hope you guys had a good week. Scotty Scheffler's the dude. It is what it is, right? It's either Rahm or Scheffler right now. Pat, do you remember a few weeks ago when I talked about ranking Rahm, Scheffler, and Rory, and you still wanted to put Rory up top or whatever it was? And then since you said that, Rahm and then Scheffler won. Yeah. Rory sucked. Like,
yeah,
it's just Rahm or Scheffler right now, right?
Well, we've come to find out that Rory's really struggling with that driver. Which when we get to Augusta National could be a big deal or it could not. We don't know. You can flare it a little bit at Augusta National. Don't have to be as accurate as this week for sure and last week. So I think we'll see. Well, I say we'll see on Rory. I'm not saying we'll see on Scheffler and Rahm. Obviously, we know they are the best right now. Poor Rahm having to leave sick.
Yeah,
he got the sniffles, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, how about that, huh? I mean, till further notice, it's just Rahm or Scotty Scheffler. It just is. I don't want to hear about Rory anymore in the conversation. He's not there. He's not there. Honestly, right now in the moment, I think Max Homa is a better golfer than Rory McIlroy right now. So we're going to have plenty of hot takes on the Better Sports Network show this week. We're going to go through, kind of recap the season so far in 2023, talk through some players, ask some tough questions, spit some hot takes. So that'll be coming up tomorrow night on the Better Sports Network show. I'm excited about that one. Okay, let's move on.
Why are you dressed like you're in a
it is? It's kind of
40 degrees of weather. It's not that cold outside.
All right. Well, okay, hold on. It's honestly kind of chilly up here. But I'll get into my.
Where'd you get that shirt? Oh my God! Why do you have all this goat stuff?
What?
Why do you have all this goat stuff?
What do you mean goat stuff?
This hat and this shirt. You never buy shirts when you go somewhere. That was the special place at the Players. Why do you have all this goat stuff?
I got to go in the goat shop.
And so you just like went all crazy in the goat shop and got a hat and a shirt and everything?
Mm-hmm. I did. Yeah.
When did you go in the goat shop?
I was able to get in Thursday evening as I was leaving.
Oh, yeah.
You were in Savannah.
I left Thursday? Oh, yeah, I did leave Thursday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know if I like it.
I knew you were going to say something.
I don't know if I like it.
I knew you were going to say something. Let me tell you, dude, the goat shot was incredible. It was so freaking sick. I could have spent. I mean, you know me. I make fun of you because you buy.
That's what I'm saying. This whole thing is, I don't know what's going on here.
You want to go into every shop and buy every shirt. It's the same shirt you have hanging up in your closet 3 times over, just a different course logo. But I walked into the goat shop and I swear to you, I could have dropped 50 grand in 30 minutes in that store. Like, could have done it, no problem. It was electric. I hate you missed it. I really do. I really hate you missed it. But
It's okay.
maybe you'll get it next year. But
I wouldn't have bought that hat. I may have bought that shirt, but
I know you wouldn't have bought the hat. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they had other hats. All right.
Did they have Peter Millar?
They did have Peter Millar. In fact, I also got a Peter Millar goat shirt. New Peter
All
Millar.
right.
This is G4 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, the color is a little different. Like Kissler's talking about the color. The color's a little different. I almost didn't pull it off. It's like a tan. It's like the underside of, oh my God, we're going to lose viewers and listeners. Oh my God, I can't look at that. I feel like I'm on the show with Dave Ramsey. Please take those off.
Well, DB, let me tell you about
no, Pat, this cannot
Justin
be
Thomas this week.
This cannot be happening. We're okay. We're already too old in the industry, bro. We're too old. We're gonna lose people, man. Like we're gonna lose all our 20-something audience with you putting.
No, look. This is just so you can see things a little bit closer.
Stop! Don't put them on again. Don't. I don't. I can't.
I mean,
and you just.
How am I supposed to read?
Just wear them regular.
Oh, like
down on your nose. Yeah. Just do that.
Yeah, but you can't. You got to do it like that if you want to give me.
God, we're losing. We're gonna lose an audience. We're gonna lose our audience.
All right.
It'll be nothing. Anyway, all right. Let's get into the Valspar. What are we doing? 17 minutes in. We got to get to the Valspar. It's hey, good news. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy confirmed not here. Everybody's excited about that. Woo! Maybe we'll have a long shot. That'd be great, huh? Wouldn't that be cool?
Jeez.
All right.
Who the hell knows? But yeah,
you got some pricing. It's there. You're gonna have to. It's gonna be weird. Here we are. We're gonna have a few of these weeks here. I mean, I guess the match play next week will be weird, like it always is, and then we're gonna have another couple weeks of just crappy fields, and then the Masters, and then the Heritage is an elevated event. But it's what we got. It's not terrible. It's not the Honda from a couple weeks ago, but it starts off Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Sam Burns, Fitzpatrick in the 10K range. You got Fleetwood, Rose, Bradley, McCarthy, Hadwin, Harmon, and Riley in the 9K range, Pat. A couple guys that I think are cash locks, and I also think will be popular in DFS is Tommy Fleetwood and Denny McCarthy. Tommy Fleetwood, Denny McCarthy. Pat, would you believe it if I said, would you think my hat's too tight if I said I like both of them this week? I like both.
I would not think it's too tight if you like Fleetwood. I would be worried a little bit about you if you liked Denny McCarthy. I do like McCarthy this week.
I don't know what happened. I woke up and I liked him. I like him. I mean,
that's very strange, but maybe that's a good sign. Maybe something finally happens and he wins.
Just this week. I'm only committing to 1 week.
Okay. Well, I am with you, actually. I like both of them. I like Fleetwood and Denny McCarthy. I do think they're going to be chalky. I think if I am starting, though, a lineup for cash, I'd probably lean Fleetwood to start. But I wouldn't hate you if you wanted to start a cash lineup with McCarthy either. But I'd probably start it with Fleetwood. But I like Fleetwood a little more in GPPs too. And I like them both. I don't know.
You think they're both going to be chalky, right? I mean, I think they will.
I agree. Yeah, I think they're both going to be chalky.
I have 2 more names written down in this range. I couldn't figure this one out that could potentially be popular names. I don't have a great feeling about what's going on up top, but I have 2 more names written down. Well, who else would you say would be the popular selections here?
I think Justin Rose is going to be popular, just the way he's been playing lately, and I think he's going to check a lot of boxes for people. If you're looking across the board for how I set things up with my mixed condition model, he's actually number 3. So I do like Justin Rose, and I do think he's going to be a little bit chalky there. And then I think Hadwin's got the course history vibe that's going to be chalky as well.
Yeah.
So I think Hadwin at 9,200 will also be chalky.
So you hit one of the two I had. I had Hadwin written down for those reasons. I didn't have Rose only because even despite Rose's good play, he's really, I mean, he won Pebble Beach and then he got up to 8% at the Genesis, 7 at the API, 3% last week. And those are all, strong fields. But I just wonder if that many more people are going to play him elevated, with this price tag in a weaker field. Yeah, I don't know. So I went with
Yeah.
Hadwin and Burns because of the course history thing, and like, well, he did flash a little bit of form last week. Are people going to say at least I mean, he's not super expensive, all things considered, for a guy who's back to back defending champ, and he's Sam Burns. He just hasn't looked like himself lately, and we saw a little bit. We saw a little flash last week at the Players. He finished 35th, but he still lost strokes on his on approach again. Which has kind of been the thing. He just has ball striking's left him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We
Which
agree on
leaves
Hadwin and Fleetwood and McCarthy.
Yeah. Well, and I think if you get a relatively low owned Rose, I'd be very high on him come Wednesday. I mean, this is a
I
Rose
agree.
like
I
this
like
is a
Rose.
very Rose like golf course for him to win on.
Agree. I wrote him down as a guy I like. I just don't know that I don't think he's going to be that popular, which is cool. Like, I'll play him.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
So here's the names I wrote down that I think will be unpopular. I actually wrote down Justin Rose. So me and you are on opposite ends of the ownership spectrum there, although we both like him. I wrote down Matthew Fitzpatrick. I think Fitzy's going to be avoided just based on continuing iron play, miscut last week, whatever. And I know I think Davis Riley is not going to be played.
See, I could see getting back on Davis Riley after the miscut last week. I don't think you panic about Davis Riley. Obviously played very well last year, losing in a playoff to Sam Burns. We were seeing that little flash of good play at the Honda, which was followed up by the API. He was T8, and then he misses a cut last week. But last week, again, as we talked about, it's just a weird week. There's a few things that, and he didn't have a lot working for him last week. He really didn't.
His first players, too. I mean,
yeah. So I think you can actually get back on, especially a low-owned Davis Riley. I'm in on. Fitzy, I still just have too many questions about, too many concerns about, and I just don't feel comfortable enough. Like, if I want to take a risk, I'd rather go down, take a risk at Riley with 9,000, not waste my my cash on Fitzy up there.
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen up top? Like, between JT and Jordan and Burns, if we think everybody's going to skip, I think Fitzpatrick's going to get squeezed between people picking guys up there in the top three, and then Fleetwood. But I don't know what to make of. I don't know what to make of JT and Spieth at the moment. I mean, they're obviously the class of this field, that's for sure. I mean, Jordan's trunk slamming if it weren't for old dude's metal kneecap on Friday. Jordan, or Saturday, or whatever he finished. Jordan's going home if not for that.
And Jordan never plays here, even though he's won here.
Yeah, he hadn't been back much, has he?
Yeah, I mean, he missed a cut in 2018. When did he win? Was that 2015?
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and that could be schedule. I mean, between I can't remember where it's always fallen, but it's usually around the Players, and then you got match play and Masters upcoming. It could be a schedule thing, but I mean, it is one of those golf courses where you hit a lot of mid irons, long irons. Approach play is critical here. Position golf course off the tee, being in the fairway is critical. I don't know how much I love thinking about Jordan spraying it here, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. He's playing well enough that if he's low owned, we're going to play him. We're not going to make that mistake.
I really think that I just want to play Justin Thomas. I really do. I know that it's a huge risk, and he's just not. He hasn't been playing that well at all. And the putter's been the thing. I mean, he's lost strokes putting in his last 4 events. I mean, he lost almost 5 strokes last week. It was painful watching him putt last week. Yeah. But as we know, things can pick up. I think there's a reason he wants to play this week, and I think he does have a lot of good reasons to play well this week, and just to try to get that putter down and get it dialed in. And then if it is, he's going to be there. I mean, if the putter is working for him, I mean, you look at everything else he's doing, it's not bad. I mean, he's gaining on approach, gaining off the tee, doing all the things Justin Thomas does. It's just he can't freaking putt right now.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that thinks if I can get a decently low on JT, I'll play him. I don't know about Jordan, but I think I'll definitely play JT up there.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree if I'm going to pick one of those guys. All right, well, that's a good breakdown of that range. I think more will take shape. We'll talk about ownership. I'll do the lunchtime live chat on Wednesday for the Nut Hut, the Discord members, the Discord community. We'll do the Wednesday night live chat. The same. Me and Pat are back this week. And before we get to the 8K range, don't forget to check out our friends at Leaderboard. If you're starting to warm up the old golf swing again, you're starting to get into it. You ready to hit the links yourself and get your crap worked out? We got Blake in the Nut Hut giving people swing tips and swing video breakdowns. Tremendous stuff. You're trying to get rid of that over the top bullshit. You're trying to figure out, you know what? I looked at my leaderboard stats today, Pat, and you know what they say? You know what they showed me? It's not good. It's kind of bleak. A lot of left of the fairway misses and a lot of right of the green side of the green misses. So I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what that means.
Short with the wedges.
It's all over the place. But that's why I love the app, because I can keep track of that stuff. Not just my score, not just my handicap, because it automatically updates to the USGA Gen if you need to keep your handicap, so you don't have to go to two different apps. So I can just put in my score, bing bong, there it goes. But just keeping track of that stuff, greens and reg, fairways, putts, par 3, par 4, par 5, average strokes, gain scores, and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a great app. It's a free app. It's free, and you don't have to pay for anything once you get in it. And they help you with your bets. Me and Pat got a lot of experience using that a couple last weekend, I guess, with our listener league winner, Bert Kitchen. That was fun. It tells you, hey, you lost and you owe everybody in your group X amount of dollars. Here's your Venmo. Click the button. Let's go.
Yeah.
So download the Leaderboard app. It's in the description of the podcast and the YouTube video. Again, it is free, people. Download it. It is only on iOS, though, for right now. So I know all you Android people, you're irritated about it, but we're all irritated with you because you're on Android. Trust me, okay? It's worse being us and being irritated with you than it is you being irritated with Leaderboard.
That's just true.
Our listener league winner, Bert, is an Android guy. God dang it. That's total.
Eventually it's getting Android, though, right?
Yes. Android is coming. Yes. Yeah, sorry. Okay. AK range. This range, there's a handful of guys in here that I like. And this is a tempting spot. Now I'll tell you who's not tempting me. I'm not tempted by Maverick McNeely, despite my love for Maverick McNeely. I know, I was bullish on him. I'm in trouble. My Mayo season-long team is in trouble because between Aaron Wise and Maverick McNeely, two guys I was high on, outlook not so good right now.
Outlook is very good.
Yeah. Now my Kitayama play was looking good, but Mav is still, I don't know, he's still battling some sort of issue, some sort of injury. Now he's rolling the rock like a madman. But until the ball striking gets better, I just don't know that I can trust him. So I'm out on Mav. In cash, I can't believe I'm saying this either. In cash, well, I think it's Ben Griffin. You and I got to see a lot of Ben Griffin at the Players. We followed his entire group for, what was that, Thursday? For 18 holes.
Thursday. You followed. I was only there at 9. No, I was there almost 18 holes.
Yeah. He's impressive, man. He's really impressive. We're gonna keep. I think we keep hitting the Ben Griffin button there. I think he's a cash play, and I think Wyndham Clark. Clark's a cash play. I never thought I'd say that. I also think those two guys may be the two most popular plays in this range.
I would agree with you there. I did not even look at Clark as a cash play. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Because he's made 2 or 3 cuts here, whatever. But more than that, it's the ball striking. The irons are finally here. Like his thing's always been, he's been a little he's been kind of a Taylor Montgomery guy. All right, great off the tee and really good putter. But the irons, you just didn't know what was going to happen. And are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And the irons have come around. I'm buying.
Okay.
And look at them. Open them up on Fantasy National. Look at all the green.
Wyndham Clark is getting into Patrick Rogers territory for me. I'm sorry. It's just getting there.
Whoa. Way more. I think he's got way.
It's moving in that direction.
What
I'm going to fall for
are
it.
we on? Like, did we switch bodies in TPC? Because you're
I
normally
think
the one on Wyndham Clark, and I'm normally the one talking you out of this. I don't understand why now that he appears to be more of a complete player. I mean, dude, look at his play since October at the
no. I mean, it's okay. It's good, but it's
So
not.
now that he's a complete player, you're like, oh nope, see ya.
That's what we see from Patrick Rogers, though. We see a lot of completeness, and then he won't complete you, DB. Okay, he won't complete you.
No, Patrick will not complete me, but Wyndham could complete me.
No, Wyndham's probably not going to complete you. Renee Zellweger is not coming around that corner. Okay, she's not. Sorry.
Can I confess something?
She's not standing by the fireplace.
I've never seen that movie in its entirety.
What?
I've never seen that movie in its entirety.
Like, how far did you get, and what point did you cut it off?
I mean, I've only seen clips. I've never even actually started the movie. I mean, I'm just talking like I've seen clips. Look at Spaz.
Spaz. He's probably never seen it either. Spaz, we'll get into this conversation in the Nut Hut, okay? Why don't you watch a good movie every once in a while?
Anyway, are you movie shaming our listeners now? Our live listeners?
Yes, I am movie shaming Spaz,
who does an amazing job in our Discord. He
does a good job. That doesn't mean he can't. I can't talk crap to him about his movie choices.
I mean, Spaz literally aggregates DFS ownership projections across 4 to 6 different sites every week, and then aggregates them for us and averages them, and gives us a deviation for him and all that stuff. And then you're just going to shame him like that.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, he knows the movie. He may have been making fun of your pronunciation of Renee's last name, actually.
Maybe, yeah. Well, that's entirely possible. In that case, I take everything back, Spaz. You can do that all you want.
Anyway, back to the 8K range. So you're not believing in Wyndham Clark.
I'm just not all the way there. You know who I am believing in? Justin Suh.
Me too.
I'm believing in Justin Suh.
I mean, I don't hate him. I hate his stance.
I don't care about his stance or whatever. I mean, his stance in golf is that he's really good. He's at 8,900. Look, 2 top 10s in the last 4 weeks, a top 25 at the API. I think he's just on another good course for him. Okay. Granted, hasn't played here before, rookie, but I think Justin Suh has the game for this course, so I like him a lot. You look at the stats for him too. I mean, right now over his last 24 rounds, he's top 10 in approach. He's top 10 in good drives gained, which I like this week. If we're talking about some of the stats I really like, ball striking top 15, good putter. I mean, he's been putting fantastic lately. So I like Justin Suh at 8,900. He's one of my favorites here. I'm with you on Ben Griffin too. I think I mentioned that for cash. But DB, what can I do to get you to play some Aaron Rye?
I have him written down. I'm in.
Okay, good.
I'm in. I'll play him. I have him written down. I really like the 8K range. I mean, now there are names I don't like in here. I mean, I'm with you on Justin Suh. I wrote him down. I mean, Suh, I'll just tell you all of them. Suh, Clark, Griffin, Taylor Moore, Aaron Rye. And then I don't know where I land on Brandon Wu, but I could probably be talked into Brandon Wu.
Yeah, you want to take some Brandon Wu.
But I like Ben Griffin more than Wu. I think I like Rye more than Wu. I think I like Moore more than Wu. So Wu's like last man out for me, I think. But I like a lot of this range. I do.
Yeah.
By the way, we didn't even talk about the weather this week. Looks gnarly. I mean, we normally don't talk about the weather, but when it looks rough off the jump, I think we got to be careful, people. Oh, Rye withdrew. Spazbite just said Rye withdrew. That must be recent. I missed that. All right, well.
When did that happen?
That makes that easy. Cool. I needed help eliminating my pool in the 8K range.
That helps. That helps. Thank you, Spaz. You're really redeeming yourself. Really redeeming yourself in the chat.
The weather there looks to be some Florida winds blowing. This place could get. I mean, Copperhead's tough. I think we're looking at. Yeah, we're looking at some breezy conditions. So
do we need to look at people that are shorter?
What?
Like short in stature. Because
you
got winds blowing and rain and things like. I feel like this is a short person course. like a stocky short person course. You have like Strillman's won here before. Paul Casey won here twice. I mean, Charles Schwartzel won here. I mean, a lot of
short. I don't think he's short.
I think he's kind of short. Like I feel like this is a short person course. And in bad weather, even more so, I feel like you got to get in on those guys. Nothing to that. You don't think?
Justin Suh, he's probably like 3 or 4 inches taller than he appears because he squats like Jeff Bagwell when he's.
Yeah, he's still not he's a real. He's a built guy. He's kind of like a Kitayama type guy, big, built.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not buying your short person stuff. It's kind of like proximity. Like, who gets to define what.
I'm not saying like that. Like I consider myself like an average height person, like a 5'11" person. This is a 5'11" golf course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that it for the AK range? I feel like there's not much. There's not much else there. You got anything?
No.
All right. Well, let's move on to the 7K range. We got the 6K draft upcoming. I'm pumped about that. Don't forget about the Masters contest we got going. You can win a bunch of merch, people. A bunch of freaking merch. Look at this. 3 ways to win. The first way, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Write a review. You have to write the review. You have to leave your email or Twitter or Instagram handle in there. So if you win, we can contact you. Write something nice.
There's Lady Body Pat right there.
You win. There it is. $500 in merch from the Pro Shop at Augusta. We will be your personal shoppers. We will take your wish list, your size. We will purchase it with our own dollars, and we will ship it to your front door because you can't make it here. Another person can win $300 in merch. All you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the like button as well while you're here. Like the video. And subscribe on YouTube. And then another person, if you just simply subscribe to our weekly emails, the heavy petting and the chalk bomb emails, if you already are a subscriber on any of this, then you've already entered. You're good. They're going to get $200 in merch for the Masters contest. It's a beautiful thing. By the way, I brought it up last week, but we've got the listener event. We're going to play some golf at the lovely King and Prince Resort in Sea Island, St. Simons, Georgia. Down there on the Golden Isles. Here, I'll share my screen. Look at this beautiful place. The King and Prince Resort is fantastic. And it's beautiful, right? And the resort is nice. It's awesome. If you're interested.
Georgia charm on every green.
Georgia charm on every green, people. Let me tell you. All right, so what you're going to get is you're going to get 2 nights in the resort or at a hotel nearby based on your price options. You're going to get 2 rounds of golf. And this is an intimate event, okay? It's me and it's Pat. And it's a minimum of probably 10 other guys, and it's a maximum of probably 20 total, 20 other guys. So that's it. Now, for the handful of you that have already emailed us, I will get back to you. I promise it'll probably be Thursday or Friday. And it's first come, first serve, taking your payment, and we're rocking and rolling. If we don't get, all the numbers we want, then we'll probably just move this to the fall because it's kind of last minute. We're trying to see if we can jam this one in there at the end of April. But April 21st through April 23rd, it includes your golf and your stay. It includes your hang with us. It does not include your food and alcohol. Okay. It does not include that. This is not like Golby's Cup. But we're going to have a great time. We're going to eat some great dinners together. We're going to sit out on the beach. We're going to sit out at the fire pit and drink bourbon and tell stories, be buddies, So it's like a buddies trip. Think of it like a TJ buddies trip. That's what we want. We're going to have fun on the golf course too. So email info@tourjunkies.com. That's info@tourjunkies.com. if you are wanting to come. Again, April 21st through April 23rd. All right. Okay. 7K range. I don't know, man. Let me say this too. I'm not crazy about, I don't know. I could see, I don't know. I'm not crazy about the 6K range. And I actually, aside from like one name, maybe 2, I kind of like the lower 7K range about as much as I like the top. So up at the top, I like Ben On again.
I do too.
I just like Ben on a tough golf course that requires great iron play, and you got to scramble a little bit because you're going to miss these greens. I like Ben On. I think he's in play. He withdrew a couple weeks ago. Some people were citing injury a couple weeks ago, but it wasn't an injury at the API. He had another kid, and then he came play the Players Nappy Factory. Did all right. Like Ben On's fine. I don't know what I kind of like Stefan Jaeger a little bit. Is that weird? I like a lot of
No,
weird.
I dogged him, I think, recently on a show, didn't I?
I don't know. I
I
don't. I
feel
don't
like
feel
I
like
did, but
I feel like I want him a lot.
Jaeger has been pretty solid.
He has.
But are you not looking at Victor Perez at all?
I have him written down too.
I mean, Victor Perez has not been playing over here, but he's been playing in Europe and
Yeah.
overseas, I should say, and playing very well with a win back in January. I think he's a little bit of a wild card up here. I don't know what the ownership's going to be. I just have no clue because we haven't seen much from him here. Obviously, I would assume he's in the Masters, which is one reason he's starting to get over here and play a little bit.
I was thinking match play too because he's gone.
Oh yeah, match play.
Didn't he take it deep on the match play one year? Like I could see this as a warm up event for that. But
are you thinking of Victor Dubuisson?
Maybe I think
the other Victor.
No,
the other French Victor.
Wait a minute, is Victor Perez French?
I think he is.
Really? Let me see.
Somebody needs to double check me on that.
Yeah, he is. He's French.
Yeah.
I thought he took it deep. Hold on. I swore he did. Yeah, he did. He finished 4th in the match play in 2021. I knew he went. Yeah. I was not thinking of Victor Dubuisson. I was thinking of Victor Perez. Okay. Also, Spaz says he is not stocky. He's a tall guy. So what do you got to say about that?
I said I just messaged him in the chat. I said this is not a foolproof theory yet. Okay.
Stefan Jaeger, very stocky.
Very stocky. Yeah.
Ludwig Aberg, not stocky, but a stud. The former world #1 amateur. Got a sponsorship exemption. He's kind of looking interesting. Joel Damon a little bit. I mean, a little bit. This is kind of an okay spot for Joel. Maybe we'll get some further intel on that.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
After being at the Players and seeing them doing the Netflix thing.
Okay.
It did make me wonder a little bit, like, how it affects these guys from an intrusive manner.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a couple. For one, I don't think it affects Gino when we're hanging out, talking stories or whatever. Like his job, I don't think he's going to do a worse job because he's hanging out with us and the Netflix people on the night before. But the way these guys are like following them around, asking them questions, trying to get them to talk about something that's entertaining. So when I was going, you actually weren't with me. I was leaving on Tuesday when I got there. No, Thursday. It was Thursday because it didn't Morikawa. I don't even know what day it was. Didn't Morikawa play well on Thursday?
Yes, that was the only day he played well.
So I was leaving that day. You were staying around. I had to leave, and I'm in the media van to take me back to the media parking. And Colin Morikawa walks by, and he's got the boom arm over him. You can see that mic in his face. 2 people there asking him questions. He's talking about his round and he's saying, trying to get him some kind of story and whatever else. It makes me wonder like how intrusive that is and if it really like affects their day-to-day preparation and then can kind of throw them off. And could that happen with Joel Damon, which I think we heard a little bit kind of did.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, I think you're dead on. We did hear that about Joel, that like when it first released, it was just a lot of press and a lot of even press outside of the golf world that was coming at him, wanting his attention, wanting him to do spots. And I think you're 100% right on that. Definitely a thing.
Anyway, that just came from the talk of Joel Damon, but I still think this could be a good fit for him. All right, what else we got here in the 7K range?
I like Ben Martin. You like Ben Martin?
Yeah,
I like Ben Martin.
I've been on him. I think you can play Pearson Coody, man.
I don't like Pearson Coody as much. I'd rather have Aberg.
Of the two, you want the guy that's you don't want the guy that's won on the Corn Ferry, that's pretty much got his card now. You just want to go Aberg. Like
I want the new hot shiny thing, man. I think Aberg. I think Aberg's a stud. I'm going to be an Aberg guy.
Is it Abear or Aberg?
I think it's Aberg. I don't know. I'm riding with him. I'm going with him. You take your cooties. I want Eric Cole, dude. I want Eric Cole. I talked about him in the first look show today for the Discord. I mean, the dude does his thing at the Honda, makes it into the Players, does his thing at the Players, like dominating tough Florida golf courses. I think Eric Cole, ball striker, like I think we play that dude.
I want Eric Cole and I want Ryan Gerard.
Yeah, I looked at him too.
I mean, Gerard followed up his 4th place at the Honda and went straight over to Puerto Rico, finished T11. I mean,
yeah,
pretty good. Eric Cole too, finishing top 30 at the Players was pretty impressive.
Very.
So I want both of those guys. And you know what? I want Lingmerth too.
Like, little David Lingmerth is a wee boy.
I forgot we had the Lingmerth.
Right? Yeah, you made the Lingmerth song.
Little Lingmerth. Let me tell you something about David Lingmerth. I was watching like video of Tiger Woods winning 10 years ago at the Players, and here comes Lingmerth. Little David Lingmerth creeping up the green, plopping so little tiny putts. I mean, he's a little wee boy. Hey, another one. See?
Now he is a small guy. He's as tall as this pin.
Yeah, but he's stocky.
He's very stocky.
He's got some trunks down there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that,
but I'm just telling you. But Lingmerth has been playing really well, man. Yes. I mean, he struggled to come back, and then he's got his card, and he's making the most of it. I mean, you look at his recent results have just been super solid. Top 10 at the Honda, made the cut at the API, but then another top 10 at the Players.
Yeah,
man, another good fit for him too here.
Yeah, I agree. Ben Taylor's the last one I'll mention. Got married over the I think the past week. I'll ride it. He's also short and stocky. Well, I don't know how short he is, but he's thick. I'll go Ben Taylor, playing well. Had some high finishes. Checks a lot of boxes. Played well at the Honda. I think the Honda's an interesting comp course here. It's a little different. I mean, a lot more hilly terrain and maybe some Parkland, Florida golf, if that's a thing here at Copperhead. But tough, windy, positional golf course, just like Honda. So I'll go there. You know who I don't? You know who I'm not going to do? You know who I'm not going to get swept up in? Is Akshay. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting swept up in Akshay here.
Where is he?
Isn't he like 75 or something? Yeah, he's 7,500.
Yeah, I'm not getting swept up in that either.
Got his little dump truck girl on the bag. I don't know how you hit a golf shot with all that going on. I'm gonna let you know.
Well,
you got to stay focused, my guy. You got to stay focused. He needs to get a real caddy.
He's tall and lanky
for sure. Yeah, he needs to get a real caddy on the bag pronto, right? Like, was she on the bag in Puerto Rico? Do you know? Do we know?
I think he's got a caddy now.
I'm pretty sure.
Not that she wasn't a real caddy because he won with her, but I think that was like a last minute situation. I think he's got a regular caddy.
Okay, but I'm like almost positive she was on the bag in Puerto Rico.
See, almost I don't like that. You need to separate yourself from that.
I mean, don't separate it off the course, but just
no. Like I'm talking about like on the course, like just make it, because you don't want to be getting in an argument or something about where you're going to eat dinner that night.
Yeah.
Okay. Kiz, by the way, I'm going to avoid him, but he made the cut. You think?
Cool.
Yeah, he made the cut last week at the Players. Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about Kiss later. All right, 6K draft coming up. Y'all, we freaking crushed the 6K draft again.
We just keep doing it. I don't
listen. If I know it's a 6K draft and you're like, oh, but you guys had 3 players miss the cut. Okay, yeah, out of 6. Okay, and they're all in the 6K range. However, first of all, I think that's pretty good. If half of the players that we give you in the 6K range make the cut, I think it's all right. I think we're doing okay. But the dudes that we had make the cut, Justin Suh finished 6th. Adam Svensson, T13. Props to you on both of those, Pat. And my boy Ryan Fox, T27.
I didn't believe in you there on that one. I'll let you have it, but that was a good one.
So a top 10, a top 15, and a top 30. And then Fratelli, Riley, and Vegas missed the cut. What do you want from us? We're crushing the 6K draft. It's like 6 weeks in a row the 6K draft is delivered. So pay attention. Get your pencils out. Okay? Sharpen them up. Click it out. Click. Get the lead out just right, just how you need it. Remember how you used to do that? Remember how you just got it right? Those little Bics.
The mechanical pencil?
Yeah, mechanical pencil, right? Isn't that what it is?
I was never a fan of the mechanical pencils.
Dude,
they always broke all the time. No, there's a little tiny lead in there, and it always broke.
Shit. Well, that's because you're too tense. You're probably so tense. You were pressing down.
I probably was. You do have to be delicate with them. You can't have a tense personality. You got.
Or you just wanted to you just want to take your little Ticonderoga up to the front and walk past little Rhonda, little Jennifer. There was a lot of Jennifers when you were in school, I bet. You want to walk back.
There were a lot of Jennifers when I was in school.
Oh yeah, I know. We know. You had the readers on earlier. We know that's the Jennifer generation. Jennifer. When you got them readers on, you had Jennies in your school. Jenny from the blocks.
No, but the Jennifers were always the hotter ones.
I did have a Jennifer girlfriend in 4th grade. I did have a Jennifer girlfriend in 4th grade. I don't remember her last.
Amandas. There were
a lot of Amandas too. Yeah, lots of Amandas, Jennifers, Kellys. But it was a lot. Yeah. I mean, you don't see a Kelly anymore. You're not like, oh, hello, your little baby is so precious. What's her name? Kelly. Get the out of here. Your baby girl ain't Kelly.
You had a bit like Beth.
Beth.
A lot of Beth. Like a Beth was one that you're like, oh, Beth. Yeah.
I never had a girlfriend Beth, but I had a girl I liked named Beth. She didn't like me back though. Her loss. Anyway.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Let's get to the 6K range.
Before we do, we are giving you money to download an app. Literally a free app, and you get money for it, and that's Pickett. You got to do the Pickett app thing, y'all. I'm telling you. We rolled it out last week. It is my favorite new app on my phone. I'm not even kidding you. Because if you're a bettor or you play Prize Picks or Underdog, anything, you have got to download this app and sync it to your sports books. They have over like 20 or 30 sports books and DFS apps that they sync with. So you just put it, when you download it, you put in your login credentials and it syncs and it keeps track of all your bets for you. If you're betting or you're playing Prize Picks or Underdog, you've got to keep track of your stuff. You have to. And then it tells you what you're good at, what you're not good at. It shows you your win percentage, your units up, your units down, and it shows you the same thing for all the people you follow. So all the people that you're tailing that are putting out bet slips, including me and Pat, you can actually see what we bet on and what we hit and what we don't, which is very important, okay? It's incredible. It's a great app. It's free. In fact, when you download it and you put in the promo code, the referral code TJ, you have to use our link, which is in the description of the video or the podcast. Click on our link, and then when you're signing up, in the referral code box, you put TJ, okay? They will send you either $3 or I think it's 1 in 100 win $100. Literally send you money through PayPal, like just cash. And then the app itself is free and everything in the app is free. So they're paying you money for an app. It's on iOS and Android. Download it. It's incredible. A lot of people in the Nut Hut downloading it, I think, already. I'm seeing some cool screenshots. March Madness is coming up. If you bet on basketball, college basketball, NBA, baseball, NFL, golf, it doesn't matter. Whatever you bet on, it's all in there. UFC, tennis, all of it's in there. It's incredible. It's an incredible app to be free. So download it. All right, 6K draft. Who's starting, me or you?
I feel like you started last week, but I don't know.
All right, you start.
I'll start. All right, here's where I'm going to start with Dylan.
God, I hate this range. I really don't like. I don't like the 6K this week. I don't like it.
Okay, well, we got to do it. So let's just bear down and focus
here.
We're
going to start written down.
We're going to start with Dylan Wu. Look.
Okay.
Drives the ball great. Top 20 in bogey avoidance. Doesn't have, there's some trouble out here. Top 10 in driving accuracy. Par 4 scoring I looked at too on this par 71. Top 10 there. Dylan Wu. We walked a lot of holes with Dylan.
Was that one Dylan? I can't remember. I can't keep him straight.
Yeah, we walked with Dylan.
Okay.
We walked with Dylan. He played well. Well, no, actually that day nobody played well.
Brandon was a skinnier one?
Brandon's a skinnier, tall one. Dylan is actually, Yeah, I'm picking the short, stocky Woo.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I had that one written down.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I hate this range. I really do. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be windy. Okay, it's gonna be windy, real windy. Okay, this is gonna be about just hitting fairways, hitting greens, controlling your ball in the wind. This dude just finished 12th at the Honda, 32nd at the Waste Management Elevated event. Okay, he's played at the Valspar 4 times. He's only missed one cut. He's got a 16th, a 24th, and a 29th. And if I just told you that, you'd say, "Oh yeah, I'll take him in the 6K." But you're gonna see his name. You're gonna be like, "Nope, that dude uses readers." It's Zach Johnson at 6,800. ZJ. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like I'm gonna get a made cut in a top 40, top 50 out of ZJ.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Here's where I'm going to go at 6,900 DB. Everybody always gets on to me about how I pronounce this guy's names.
I think I have him written down.
But I'm going to go with MJ Duffy.
I do have him written down.
MJ Duffy at 6,900 has never played here before, but he is a guy that's shown some good some good potential this year. T21 at the Honda, 64th at Puerto Rico. So MJ Duffy, let's go with him at 6,900.
Oh man, I'm torn here. I do not like this range. I kind of want to go. I think I'm gonna do the homer pick at 6,600. We walked with him a lot, saw him play a lot. Finished 35th at his first Players. Finished 25th here last year in his first event. Here's what I know he's gonna like better about this golf course: a lot more mid irons. Okay, he do not like wedges. Do not like 125 and in. No. Austin Smotherman, the Smoth Daddy, had him a good weekend at TPC. That was good to see. Happy about that one. He wants, a ball striker's course. He wants the mid and long irons. That's what he wants, and that's what you're going to get here at Copperhead.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to another guy we've talked about in the 6K draft, and I believe he made the cut, and that's at 6,600. Tano Goya,
Yep, had him
coming off of an T11 at Puerto Rico, T55 at the Honda Classic. I think he had another good finish at Pebble Beach, maybe. Could be wrong on that, but Tano Goya, I like there. So let's throw him in there.
Okay. So all of your 3 picks I had written down. So there was agreement there. I have a feeling ZJ was not on your radar. Was he not?
No, he was
Smotherman
not
on your radar?
Yeah, he was. I like what we saw last week out of him, despite some of the faults that he has. But you know what? So do a lot of guys down here. A lot of them have faults.
Yeah. A couple different ways I could go here, but I'm going to take the risky play. Okay. I'm going to be a risky biscuit here and take the risky play. This guy has played the Valspar 7 times. Okay. He's made the cut 5, which is actually pretty good for the Valspar.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Made the cut 5 times. He has an 11th, a 22nd, a 24th, a 14th, and a 57th in his made cuts here at the Valspar. So 4 top 25s. It's been a while, but 4 top 25s. And I just think if the golf course is going to play tough, it's going to be windy. This winning score may not hit 9 or 10 under. I mean, Sam Burns ran away with it at 17 under, I think, one year, and then last year tied with Riley. But I think this place could only play to 10, 12 under and be tough, which means you don't have to make a ton of putts, which is a good thing for Jason Duffner. So I'm going Duff Daddy at 6,300. What do you think about that one? He wasn't on your radar either, was he?
Mm-mm. I thought you might go the Luke Donald route.
I was looking at Luke Donald. I got to be honest. I was looking at Captain Donald, but no, I trust.
Okay. You could have kept with that theme. You could have had both captains of the Ryder Cup on our team for the 6K draft, but you didn't.
I trust Duff Daddy in a ball striking contest, and he's been hitting it okay. He has been hitting it okay. You can't deny that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's it. That's the Valspar 2023 DFS preview. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. May your screens be green. Look at all the descriptions. We got links in the descriptions. Check them out. They're awesome. Download 2 cool free apps and Leaderboard and Pickett. Sign up for the listener event. Email us, info@tourjunkies.com if you want to meet us in St. Simon's Island. And do the Masters contest stuff. Win yourself possibly some free merch from Augusta. All right.